G'day everyone and welcome to episode 6 of On The Run, and this episode we are up in the beautiful Hunter Valley. It's a beautiful morning, it's about 7 o'clock and the sun's just coming up and got some these beautiful vineyards in the background. Mind you, it's been pretty wet and horrible up here at the moment, so the grapes and all that haven't been all that good. However, it's still a great place to spend the weekend up here and go for a run. So let's see what we can explore. Check out how beautiful here it is. This morning up in the Hunter, there's a bit of mist around. It's not too cold, but it surely is a beautiful morning. Just as the sun's coming up and burning off that mist and fog. It's going to be a beautiful day, and just setting the scene for a beautiful morning to go for a run up here. It's pretty hilly, pretty steep up around here, and the roads are pretty bad, especially after the flooding that they've had. So it's a bit of a awkward sort of run, but it's really enjoyable, beautiful, especially after a big night last night on the wines. But absolutely gorgeous place. I love it up here. Absolutely love it. Morning, everyone. Now, I know what you're thinking. This isn't the Hunter Valley. Absolutely right. This is Queenscliff Beach, which is right at the top of Manly Beach, which you can see down in the background. The reason it's not the Hunter anymore is I had a huge weekend in the Hunter. We had a huge weekend in the Hunter, and put it this way: come each morning after that first run, I was in absolutely no position to do any more running or anything. Had a big weekend. Had a great weekend. Lots of food, lots of drink, lots of wine. Lots of cheese, and just now paying for it. Tried to go for a run yesterday, and it was absolutely impossible. It was more a very slow jog walk, very difficult. But we're giving it another go today. We're going to be running from Queenscliff down to Shelly Beach, all the way the other end of Manly. And it's just going to be a slow one. We'll see how we go. Manly's beautiful. Manly Beach is beautiful. Interesting point of fact, Manly got its name from a young Aboriginal man that Captain Arthur Phillip befriended when he first established a settlement at Port Jackson. Went over to Manly, established a friendship with a young Aboriginal man called Manly, and that's how the place got its name. Used him to try to make friends with the local Indigenous communities around the place. Didn't go very well for him, because when he was trying to make friends with the locals, on the other hand, he was also trying to kill them all. So didn't go very well. I think the best lesson out of that is if you're going to try and make friends with people, don't kill them. Anyway, that is the story. That's how Manly got its name. And let's go and start our run down to Shelly Beach and back. Little halfway point of Manly and Queenscliff right here. It's Manly Beach. Just looking all the way down there, down to Shelly Beach where I just ran to, and then back up to Queenscliff, which is right up the other end there. It's absolutely fantastic spot, Manly Beach. I love it. Okay, about halfway through our run, I'm now down at Shelly Beach. Shelly Beach is a beautiful little place, great little beach, a great little coffee shop on it. Really safe beach for kids. We'll flip around and show you exactly what it's like. See Shelly here. That's a little beach, little ocean swim group going on there. They do a lot of ocean swims around here, just because it's so calm and protected. And then you've got these beautiful cliffs, sun coming up over them now, some palms, and then great little coffee shop, the Boathouse. Been there for breakfast a few times with the family and friends. A great little spot, and then come back around to the beach. Just out of interest too, watched a really interesting documentary last night on fuel, how we fuel our bodies, especially for athletes, runners. It was really interesting just going through just the amount of shit that we think is healthy. In actual fact, it's not at all, and the body really struggles to try and digest it. Bulk red meats and all that sort of stuff you think are really good for you, and in too much, if you eat too much of them, actually aren't. The best sort of diet is a plant-based diet. It was also interesting to note about fasting, intermittent fasting. It's certainly something I think I'm going to start trying leading up to the half marathon, which is, let's face it, it's in about 25 days. So I'm sort of running out of time, especially the way that I've treated my body over the last week or so. I really need to start focusing on proper dieting and proper eating, just to get my body back up to the position that it should be in to be able to do the half marathon. So I'm going to start trying some intermittent fasting, see how we go. It's not fasting like going a whole day without food. It's just sort of starting off, you might have a small snack for breakfast like an apple, and then you might have a salad for lunch, and that's pretty much it as far as food goes. You do that for 24 hours. It really has a huge benefit on the body, especially from a recovery mode. It cleanses the body. And you just drink a lot of water, lots of water, or black coffee. But it's not starving yourself, it's fasting, and it has a lot of health benefits. So we'll give that a go. Anyway, in the meantime, let's head back up to Queenscliff and finish this run. Okay, that brings me to the end of today's run. It was only 5.5k, but it's exactly what I needed to get over the last weekend. Very big, but recovery we must do, so recovery we do, and it's worked out quite good. It's been a good run. I think I've averaged about just under 5 minutes per k, which is really good. It's only for 5k, so I've got to keep doing it over another 15k for the half marathon, but got to start somewhere, don't we? Hey, before we go though, how good are these glasses? These are gooder, and they're really light to wear, so they're not heavy on your face at all, and the lenses just reflect the sun off. They're so good, especially when you're running, because when you run through light and run through shade, they adjust, and you're not getting any of that horrible sort of effect. I really like them, and they look so good because they're white lenses. But no, they're fantastic glasses. I love them. All right, as I said, thanks very much for watching episode 6, and we will see you again for episode 7, wherever that may be. Thanks very much.